Hello everyone, this is our last session for today. We will do some overview of the homework, next homework for the next week, as well as we do a little bit of practice with QuickBooks. So I will give you some time to log in to QuickBooks. So basically you can go to QuickBooks page, sign in, QuickBooks Online Accountant. I've already signed in here. If you need to create a QuickBooks for accountants accounts, it's free. So basically, I have a video on my channel about that. It's one of the first, maybe the first video on my channel. And then you go here, you go to your books and to Overview tab. And we will look at a couple of transactions here. So the first one is funds invested into a business. And we will just make, so I've already done that transaction, but I will repeat it. Let's see how to do it. So we go to, on the left hand side, we have new here. And here we have a bank deposit. So QuickBooks, it's a bit complicated because they have a lot of functionality, and it is a bit complicated than spreadsheet. And you need to kind of find out first how to book any transaction. That's why we started with spreadsheet. So if you deposit cash, you start with a bank deposit. And here we can add the details. So I will put everything into September. I will date all the transaction in September. And let's see, tax. We can add some tax for the search. I do not do tax right now. And we can, let's see. Let's add myself. Can I add myself? I'm not sure that for equity contributions that's needed. Because it's only customer or vendor. Okay, I will add myself as a vendor, save. And account, and that will be share. Okay, equity. What? Opening balance equity. Or maybe owners investment. Great. And amount 100,000. Description. So we usually we want to provide as much details as we can, but for practice purposes that should be enough for the equity. Save and new. Okay, let's see what else have we got here for our transactions. The next one is kind of a bit complicated. It involved buildings, cash, mortgage. Let's see if QuickBooks provide us a functionality to do that actually. So that's obviously not a bank deposit. Let's see what options do they give us. So we can go through vendor, we can go through customer, or through employee, or through other. Though some vendors are involved, somebody sold us that building at the end of the day. It looks like we have to go with a journal entry for that. And let's see, September journal number, we can give it number 2, just because we have it as a 2 there. So here, opening, let's see if we have assets account, and whether we can add. Okay, we have to add new account. Account type, other accounts receivable, other current assets, bank, fixed assets, name, account name, building, detail type, buildings, description, just buildings. Okay, do we have any parent account here? Not really. So we will skip on that part. And I will skip depreciation part as well. We will do that when we will practice depreciation. So okay, so I added buildings account and we debited 200,000 to the buildings account. Let's return here debit 200,000. Into the description we can add it's a bit lazy on my side, so I just copied the whole transaction here. Now let's see what else do we have. Cash on hand bank, credit 50,000. Next one. So we obviously do not have a liability here, so we need to create a new account. Type of account. Let's see if they have any liability types. Okay, long-term liability. Non-current mortgage. Detail type. And it's probably more about note payable. Okay, save and close. And we paid 150,000 here. So I save it. And I move to my third transaction. A merchandise is acquired for $20,000 cash. Let's go here. So that merchandise sound like a vendor. And let's see what we have here. Inventory quantity adjustment, bill, check, purchase order. What if I create an expense account? Who did you pay? Category, what tax category fits? Okay, add new. Let's say we call him merchandise. Type vendor. So every time we face a new counterparty, we need to create everything from scratch in QuickBooks. Payment account, yeah, we paid from a cash account. Payment date September 30. Payment method cash. Tax, no tax, category. We need to figure out what do we have here. Do we have an inventory here? So okay, so we run into some complication here, so we need to ask for help for that. How to record inventory purchase. enter bills. Okay, so obviously they want us to record inventory through bills and not through an expense. Merchandise vendor, terms, category. Do we have inventory here? Okay, so it doesn't seem like we have some inventory accounts here. That's interesting. So far I think we can make that entry through just a journal entry, and I will figure out how to do that later. So we do cash on hand, we credit 20,000, and then we do inventory. Basically they do not. Let's do add new account type, other current assets, name, inventory, and inventory, and description, inventory. Okay, so we've just recorded inventory with that journal entry. That's in case, we do that in case if we want to do an entry and we need to do it urgently. But I would assume there is a other way to do an inventory entry. And we will look into that method on one of the next Q&A sessions. And now let's get back to our homework. Let's see what I planned for today in the schedule. So I wanted you to do several transactions in the QUICKBOOks. You can enter the equity and you can enter a couple of other journal entries. Then I want you to draft to, if that's applicable to you, if you think you will search a job in accounting, I want you to do some draft like I did here. I will send an instruction, of course, later. And then I want you to make an income statement. If you go take a look into the My File, you already have a trial balance. You should already have a trial balance with accounts and with some mapping to the income statement. And I want you to just formally do an income statement. It can follow my example, or it can follow general guidance here in PwC. That's all for the homework. I will send the list later today, an instruction, and we will also have a Q&A session, and you can join and we will discuss that in more detail. For today, that was the last session. Thank you and see you on Q&A. Bye bye.